Hello, Internet. My name is Leeroy, and I'm hunting for Forrest Fenn's treasure. If you wait just a second, I'll tell you how f***ing hard that is. Dang it, Billy Bob. Welcome back, Internet. Me and Billy Bob, we've been out here looking for Forrest Fenn's treasure for a while now, so I think I can say I'm a bit of an expert on it. You might say, Leroy, you ain't no expert on finding the treasure 'cause you ain't found it yet. Well, now that's a true statement, but like I said, I've been looking for it. I ain't said I've been finding it. And I'm about as much of an expert on looking for a treasure as you can get. We've been out here for a few weeks now looking for that treasure. We've been all up and down the Rocky Mountains, and I'm here to tell you it's hard. Y'all folks who ain't gone looking for it, y'all don't know nothing about it. Y'all know Cal Lasers, don't you? He's good people. He says he ain't ever been boots on the ground looking for Forrest Fenn's treasure, but he knows a lot about treasure hunts on account of all the books he's read. He was telling a story about one time how he almost found a treasure that was hidden out in Las Vegas. You were supposed to be looking for a dagger of some type. He thought the clues led to a library. As it turns out, there was this dagger picture hidden behind a book or something, and that was the winning solve. He says he almost found it. Can you imagine that? A picture tucked away behind a book in a library of all places. I ain't ever been to a library to read no books, but they got free movies there you can check out, so I've been in there a couple of times, and I can tell you, there's books everywhere. How are you going to find one book out of thousands of books when there ain't no Huey, Dewey, or Louis Decimal System and no treasure hunt? It's hard. When old Cal Lasers gets out there with boots on the ground, he's going to find the exact same thing, except all those books are rocks. Forrest Fenn says, finding the treasure chest is difficult, but not impossible. I don't know about that, about the finding that is. For sure, the looking for it is hard. Say you got all the clues lined up and you're out in the woods. You got all the warm waters figured out and the home of Brown solved. Maybe you got all that figured out before you ever even left your house, looking at Google Earth and all. You still got to go find a 1 foot by 1 foot box out there in the woods somewhere. Forrest Fenn says the clues will lead you within a few feet of the treasure chest. Maybe so, but if it's hidden really good, and it probably is, it's still going to be hard. Forrest Fenn, he was smart putting it in a bronze box. He dealt with bronze all his life, like with art sculptures and whatnot. He knew a thing or two about what bronze looks like out in the woods. You know what bronze box looks like out in the woods? It looks like every rock and log out there. I don't know why, but the natural state of a rock in the Rocky Mountains is to basically be a 1 foot by 1 foot square rock, brownish with some green on it. Everything looks like a treasure chest. Maybe that's why they say if you go out in the woods, there's treasures all around you. Look around me now. I'm out here in the Rockies and that treasure chest can be anywheres. I hid some dummy treasure chests behind me just to prove a point. You tell me in the comments below how many you think you found. All this assumes you're even in the right place. You may be hundreds of miles away from the right place. You may think you're in the right place, or even the spot you thought you saw on Google Earth, but you're probably lost. You followed a map or something, but you read it upside down. Happens all the time. Happens to the best of us. We were camping the other night and Billy Bob went out to take a pee behind a tree. I didn't find him until late the next day because he got lost on the way back to the tent. He only went but a few feet away. I worry about that fella. You know how Christopher Columbus ended up in America? He got lost. He was looking for India. All the explorers do it. Forrest Fenn tells a story in The Thrill of the Chase about how he and his good friend Donnie rented some horses and decided to go out in the mountains following Lewis and Clark. You know what happened? They got lost. There's a picture of him in the chapter wearing a coonskin cap on the back of a horse. You can see that he's got a rolled up scroll map with him. It didn't help none. They got lost anyway. They ended up burning the map just to keep warm. Now here's my question. If Forrest Fenn himself couldn't help from getting lost, how you think you're going to manage out there in the mountains? You know who knew exactly where they were at all times? Lightning. That was Forrest Fenn's horse. He knew where he was the whole time. Forrest Fenn says in the story that Lightning wasn't the best name for the horse because it was slow and didn't have the power to get out of his own way. I think that's funny because I think that horse knew something Forrest didn't. Here it is, Forrest and Donnie lost, and the horses weren't cooperating, but as soon as they loosened the reins, those horses took them right back to where they needed to be. In that photo of Lightning on page 58, you can tell he and Forrest were at odds. Lightning has a blaze on his forehead of an arrow, always pointing forward. Forrest, he's looking off in the other direction. That look on old Lightning's face is, geez, mister, can't we just go home? It's this way. Follow my nose. It always knows. Anyway, my point is, you ain't no horse, so you're gonna get lost. And if you own a horse, you should just let that horse take you where he darn well wants to. There's some smart observations Forrest made in that chapter. One of them was, you can't hide from thunderstorms. Ain't that the truth? And maybe if that's true, you can't hide the way home from lightning neither. Lightning probably knows where that treasure chest is too. So take a tip from old Leeroy. Get yourself a compass and some Where's Waldo books before you ever head out. Y'all can thank me later. Hey, this is Leeroy. Hope you like my video. I got more coming for you to check out unless I find the treasure chest first. You can let me know in the comments section what you're thinking. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button below and subscribe. Be sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to check back soon for the next one. Holler at you later.